Hi and welcome back to David Thom Creations. Today I am pretty excited because I have got myself a KORG Wavestate Wave Sequencing Synthesizer. And I have been looking around for the last month or so and watching hours of YouTube videos to try and figure out what hardware synth to get. So I looked at the KORG Minilog XD and the Behringer DeepMind 12, and then I came across this this one by KORG called the Wavestate, which kind of flew under the radar a bit because it's been out for a year, but I haven't really seen much about it, and it didn't really come up on a lot of my my YouTube subscription channels. So it is pretty amazing bit of equipment, and as you can see, it's fairly complicated. I'm not going to do a full review because I only got it like 2 days ago. So I'm going to get into it a bit more over the next week or two, and then I'll do a more in-depth review of how the whole thing works. But the basic idea is that there's 4 layers of sounds, and each layer has 7 lanes. So there's a timing lane, a sample lane, a pitch lane, a shape lane, a gate, and a step sequencer. And on the screen, you can actually see a visible representation of what is going on. And there's been a quite a major software update over the last few weeks, and they've introduced they've gone up to version 2.0 of the firmware, and they have now released 2 bits of software. There's a Wavestate editor librarian and also a sample librarian. So you can actually load in your own samples now, which you couldn't do before this update. And it now has this editor to actually give you a much better idea of what is going on with the different lanes in the performance. It comes with I think 250 performances, and a performance is made up of programs, multi-samples, sequences, and then there's also about 1,000 other samples, and you can actually see if we go to, so this is the editor page. If you go to the librarian, that's the performances, and then there's programs, there's wave sequences, wave sequencer lanes, and then scales and effects. So like I said, this is there's 246 performances which you get, and obviously you can save your own performances as well. So this is really making it easier for people who have no idea about this type of synthesizer, because it is different from KORG's. So I mean, it's the most similar one is the ModWave, and then the Op6 is completely different to this. So that's the 3 new ones that they brought out within the last year. So all I'm going to do today is just play through some of the presets, and when you get it, it comes with so there's 4 banks of 16 steps. So that is used for sequencing the performances, but it also has a set list. So there's 4 banks. So I'm in bank A, and then you just shift and bank. So that's bank B, and you just press, and that's Candy for Ellie's Shoes in set 1. So there's 2 feedback lead, circular breathing. I'm going to start off with just bank A, and I've already kind of gone through as I kind of do, and favorited some. So basically, there's 64 So you can set up your own set list. So if you were playing live, you can set up your own set list, and you've obviously for each song you can just switch between these. So so I'm going to do that. Obviously, I'm going to create my own kind of presets, and then I can save them in my own set list, and then you can export those as well. So the keyboard is completely synced to this the software. So anything I touch there for the performance, and then there's timing, the cutoff over here in the filter, and it has lots of different filters. So it has Poly 6, M20, MS20, high pass filter, and a whole list of other more. So if you go back into perform, and then I'm just going to let you hear what some of these sound like. So this is Pretty Pads All in a Row. So, very nice. I think if you're wanting to do any sort of kind of soundscape design or cinematic stuff, this is absolutely brilliant. Right, let's have a look at... But, as well as that, you can also have split the keyboard. So this is bass drop is coming, and the keyboard is actually split... So and it also has this amazing joystick, which is vector synthesis, and you can switch between layer A, B, C, and D, and I'll show you that more about that in the full video. So pretty damn cool. So yeah, like I said, you can split the keyboard up and have completely different sequences. So when these lights, so in the layers, if the light's on, then that layer is actually doing something, and you can switch that layer off by double clicking. So if I switch those two off, nothing happens on these keys. So that is just A and B is doing the bass drop, and C and D are doing the fluttering incline, as it's called. So that's pretty cool. So you can completely adapt each performance by just switching off some of the layers, and like I said, you can control each of the lanes within that layer. It's complicated, I know, but I think the way that they've laid it out actually does make... And the genius thing, which I don't know why more people haven't done this, but when you say adjust a knob, like for instance the cutoff, it'll immediately go to that page. So like in the resolution, and it'll adjust that, so you don't have to. There's not an awful lot of menu diving, to be honest. And like the filter, like there's the filter envelope. If you can actually see this from my camera, but like I said, I'm gonna set it up so that you can actually see the screen a lot better when I'm doing it. So yeah, so it's really great for, like I said, you don't have to go in and menu dive a lot until you're actually like creating performances. So yeah, so I love that. That's a great idea, and like I said, it would be good if kind of other synths kind of maybe adopted that. I think anyway. Right. So what have we got next? We've got 8. Let's have a. So this is Beauty, Vox and Violins. So I'm just going to kind of show you a few presets to give you an idea of the range. So you can see this is just using 2 layers, A and B. And 10 is Spacewalker. So that's some from Bank A. Bank B's probably the best bank, I think, actually. From what I can remember. Right, 4. Chop it up. Yeah, quite like that one. Right, what have we got? Coplandia. Yeah, it's not bad. Doomriser. You like this one? This is Epicondriac split. So this is another split one. As you can see, quite cinematic. This is probably one of my favourite ones, Doodles. And obviously these are just the straight, I am not touching any of the controls. So obviously you can go in and completely adapt these performances. But I'm just going to show you what they are off the bat. So you can see on each of these that you've got the various lanes, and you've got the number of steps for each. If I switch to B, so that is layer B. There's nothing on C happening, or D. So this is only using A and B. So we'll try the vector. So nothing much happening because there's only 2 layers. You really need 4 layers for this to work properly. But yeah, I do like that one. So yeah, so that is a few from bank B. Going to C. Hang on, I've got my notes here. C5 is trance domination. Which is not bad. Audio Spa, and it says hold. So if we just let this do its thing, it's obviously going to go through quite a few different, and you can see on this sample layer that it's cycling through 1, 2, 3, 4 different samples. And that's what I love about this thing, that it's got such evolving kind of sounds, and you know, they can kind of go on kind of evolving over quite a long sort of time period. So this is New Horizons brass. So this has got four layers. So there's A, B, C and D. And I kind of forgot to mention about it's 37 keys, and they are full-size keys, and they've got quite a nice, they're velocity sensitive, but they don't have aftertouch, but you can add aftertouch in somehow or other. But yeah, but they've got a nice, I mean, they are synth keys, but yeah, they're nice. And I mean, to be honest, full-size keys make such a difference. So yeah, so that is New Horizons brass. We've got Traveller. is pretty cool stuff. Right, what was what we on? 16. Let's see. Manji Split. That is just beautiful, I have to say. The sounds in this are just incredible. Yeah, it's just amazing. Amazing bit of gear. Right, what am I on now? Bank D, let's have a look. 2 is Acid BPFs. Right, so you can just switch to lane C, which is obviously running the hi-hats. Or layer C, I should say. And then that's layer B. That's D's nothing, because it doesn't have anything on D. As you can see, there's no light on D. So it's only using A, B, and C, and that is back to the middle. So yeah, pretty cool. What are we on? 2, 3. Magic Bellz. Oh, that is quite nice. Right, Hades is a bit mental. Or Gates of Hades is, yeah, this is the full Monty, this one. So you can see we've got all the layers going here. We've got layer A, B, C, and D. So this is randomizing various samples. As you can see, it's the sample lane. So sometimes, depending on what key amp it is, it's going to come up with a new sample. Which is pretty cool. Right, last one. This is Train to Berlin, which is one of my favourites, I think, actually. So you can see what's going on. Your pitch lane. Pitch lane's going up and down. So you've got plus layer B. So you've got Glockenspiel, Mark 4. You've got various different. You've got bass leads, bass sub. So there's going to be a split on this, and D is perks and bass. Right, so that's just layer A playing. Right, so that's some of the performances from the 4 banks, and obviously, like I said, there is. If you switch that off, there is, like I said, loads more samples. So if I go through, so we're in perform all, and it's like an alphabetical. So we've got another one here called Dark Sonata Split. And like I said, there are normal sounds. So there is normal piano sounds in here, bass sounds, electric pianos, whatever, drum sounds. You can just play an actual sample on its own. Like I said, these that we're in the performances, which are so that's it. I'm going to show a lot more about this in subsequent videos, because it's going to take quite a while to get into this. So you can see that's on the split, it's kicking off the full layers. So we've got power chords, distortions, so that's like a guitar power chord. We've got pianos, you blink and name it, it's in here. Got acoustic piano. So that's the acoustic. And the thing is, you can swap out these samples within the performance, and just change the piano for something else, some bass or something like that. So yeah, we'll just have a wee look at some other. No. Right, so this is one that I've done. This is based on. So this is the first one that I've kind of saved myself. So this is Floaty Bells. And so I've tweaked a performance and then saved this as one of my own. So that's the cutoff. So like I said, once you've got something, you can just muck around with the envelope a bit. Take the sustain down, a bit more attack. So yeah, like I said, you can pretty much, like, within a few minutes. And it does also have a random button, which, to be honest, I haven't actually used yet. So you can just press this, and it says scope performance, and then there's various things that you can change. Randomize effects is on, so we'll press this again, so it's randomizing, and then press enter to confirm. Right, so that didn't work. Right, press execute, Oh, press enter to confirm. Right, there we go, randomizing. Right, well that didn't really work. Right, we'll try again. Right, randomize, press enter to confirm. Randomizing. Right. That's a bit better. Right, it's only got 2 layers, so it's not really... Anyway. Oh, it comes up with a name as well. When you go back to performance, it's created a name, Random 688E. Right. That's it. I've never actually tried this yet. I mean, I've had it for 2 days and I still haven't tried the randomize. Anyway, right. That is it for today. This is only supposed to be a quick video, but it's gone on as usual for about half a bloody hour. Right, okay. That said, this is the first of many videos about the Wavestate Wave Sequencing Synthesizer. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will leave some links to this and also some other videos from the guys at ANDERTONS. Luke and Jack did a pretty cool when it first came out, so it doesn't have anything about this editor librarian, and I'll probably leave, there's another video from LOOPOP that I'll leave a link to that, and he goes over all the new stuff in version 2 and goes into this in a lot more detail and a lot better than I ever could, because he is into synthesis on a major scale. Right, anyway, so thanks for watching, and as usual, like and subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying these videos, and if not, let me know what you would rather I'll be doing. Okay, thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye for now.